After an embarrassing loss a couple of nights ago against the Detroit Pistons, the Raptors bounced back in a huge way against the Milwaukee Bucks, especially because of the outrageous triple-double displayed by Pascal Siakam. So in today's video, we need to spread the word again that Siakam is and deserves to be an NBA All-Star. Let's get into it. Welcome NBA and Raptors fans. This is Amateur Hour Sports, the channel where you get NBA content with a focus on the Toronto Raptors with at least 4 videos coming out every single week. So if you like what you see from today's video, then make sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all those videos coming your way, and you can help us get to 8,000 subscribers. We're getting so close to 8,000. Would appreciate if you helped us get there. But today's video, we are talking a lot about Pascal Siakam, but we got to talk a lot about the game yesterday as well against the Bucks. So Pascal Siakam puts up his second career triple-double in this one with 30 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 11 for 20 shooting, 3 for 3 shooting from 3, was clutch in those big moments, got that big corner 3 lit on, got that big floater laid on, was getting fouls like the entire game. He was huge for our team. The Raptors came away with the 103-96 win. We kept the Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis available to less than 100 points. That was amazing. I know they did not have Drew Holiday available for this game, but the Raptors didn't have Scotty Barnes, Gary Trent Jr., or Kem Birch for this one. Just an amazing performance from the guys out there on the floor. I mean, Milwaukee fans, they were talking all this smack. Can we beat them earlier in the season? Like, oh, just wait till we have Giannis back. Well, we waited. Here he is. Giannis, sure, he got 30 points. He only shot 6 for 19 from the field. If it wasn't for him getting all of these outrageous free throw calls, he had 17 free throws in the game. The Raptors as a whole only had 20. So he got his, but the Raptors come away with the win. By the way, that is 5 straight regular season wins against the Milwaukee Bucks from the Toronto Raptors. So even though the Milwaukee Bucks may have had better fortunes recently, when we come against each other, the Raptors seem to have the upper hand, and that was apparent yesterday, but it wasn't apparent throughout the entire game. In the first quarter, first 4 minutes, it seemed like things were really getting away from us. It started out 16-2 for the Bucks, and after that horrible game against the Pistons, I didn't even want to make a video about that because I'm just so enraged by that game, but I'm happy we could bounce back. But it wasn't immediate, like I said. Down 14 early, we clawed our way back into the game. And after losing the first quarter, I mean, we ended up kind of getting it back. We were down by 9 after the first. The Raptors won every other quarter after that. And most importantly, they won the game. So where did everything go right? I think that the biggest thing here was that there was a lot of people chipping in for the team. Obviously, huge performance from Pascal Siakam. Like I said earlier, Fred had a good game. OG Anunoby had a good game. Chris Boucher had a great game off the bench. Precious Achiuwa gave us a lovely double-double in the starting lineup. He had one of his better games of the season after a really shaky start to the game. Champagnie, even though he wasn't chipping in the points department as much, my goodness, he had 12 rebounds and was the second best plus-minus for the Raptors in the game. Champagnie is playing himself into the rotation. It's all the little things that he does for the team, and all these little things offensively are kind of noticeable. The backdoor cuts, the offensive rebounding, those are great. But defensively, I think I'm even more impressed. Things that he's doing, and I think that the rest of the team has been doing, is that they're closing much better on shooters. The Milwaukee Bucks shot very poorly yesterday. I think it was about 33% from the field, and a big reason is we were able to limit their three-point percentage a lot. We were closing out on shooters really, really well. Something that wasn't happening against the Detroit Pistons as much. And then against the Suns, I mean, in just previous games, the Raptors weren't closing out on 3 balls really well. But I think what was really good yesterday is that we limited those open shots, not really in the first quarter, but it was because we were proactive on defense, reading where we needed to be on the outside. I think Champagnie is a good testament to that. Watch our defensive sets and just kind of focus on certain plays on where Justin Champagnie is, where he moves to. Doesn't always make, the big block, the big steal, but if he's in those positions to take away a good shooting opportunity, then he's really done his job. And I think a lot of Raptors could fit into that yesterday. There were some big stops in that game, especially late on in this game. The Raptors came alive in clutch circumstances. Big question we had coming to the season was how the Raptors would fare in those clutch situations. We had a lot of people chipping in. Specifically, it was Pascal Siakam on the offensive end defensively, and there was that big steal from Fred on Giannis, and there was a lot of other great plays, great rebounding down the stretch as well. all this smack being talked by Milwaukee fans, by Bobby Portis, even Mike Budenholzer. I mean, the Milwaukee Bucks got 35 free throws in this game. 35. We only had 20. Giannis on his own, like I said, had 17, and Budenholzer was complaining after the game that they should have gotten more. Giannis had 17 free throws, but he should have gotten more.
What, you wanted more?
Well, Giannis had 17 free throws, but he should have had way more offensive fouls as well. He had a couple bad ones in the game, but I think it could have gone both ways. I mean, that's just outrageous. I get that a team with Giannis can have more free throws than the other team more often than not, but that much more. I mean, the Raptors came over some huge adversity to come away with the win. And let's talk about that late game situation, because Siakam, I think a lot of this season, he has been great, but not really as great as rising up to those huge moments in the game. And I think he's really starting to come into his own in these situations, just getting better and better as the season is going on. Again, there was that clutch corner three, that floater. I think he got, who to get past? I think it might have been Bobby Portis. I'm not 100% sure. That floater, he was getting foul called. He was making plays on defense, ball handling well. Like when we needed big shots, Pascal Siakam was there to give us the big shots in the big moments. And I think throughout the entire season, Siakam's just been getting better and better. And I said this when he came back from his injury. I said, you need to give him a bit of time. He's rehabbing after 5 months out. He's not going to be ready, not going to be quite 100%. There's a big difference between healthy enough to play, 100% healthy. So Siakam, as he's been getting better and better, as he's been getting healthier and healthier, this team, with more players coming back from injury, he has just been progressively getting better. And I think that this is the best performance, one of the best. I mean, that one against the Kings where he was like incredibly efficient with over 30 points. Maybe that one could take the cake, but here, the triple-double against the Bucks, Giannis's turf in Milwaukee. I mean, you guys kept saying every time Siakam does something well, there's got to be something else. Siakam played a great game, like the one against the Kings. Oh, it's the Kings. He can't do it against a good team. Well, I mean, he's been consistently playing well. I mean, the last 2-3 weeks, he has been outrageously consistent. And now he just did it against, I would say, the best team in the Eastern Conference and one of the best defenses in the league. And he was going at Giannis consistently throughout this game. 30, 10, and 10 with great efficiency. I mean, where else can you find things to be negative about Pascal Siakam? I've spent the last year and a half defending this guy tooth and nail because, he didn't really need defending. He has always been a good player. People just want to hate for no reason. Has the three-point percentage dropped in the last season? Well, yeah, that's starting to get back up now. And the finishing last season improved from the season before, and it's only getting better here. The mid-range game is flowing. The interior game is very good. And in the three ball can just keep this sort of consistency. I mean, though Pascal Siakam, if he's shooting the three ball well, is one of the best players in the NBA. When he's not shooting the three ball well, he's like a fringe all-star, he's a star. But when the three ball is falling, and it is right now, he is at all NBA level, and I don't think there is any disputing of that. I think that if Siakam is healthy from the start of the season, he's easily in all-star conversations, easily. And I think he already is right now. He was 8th in Eastern Conference front court in the most recent voting. It's possible with these performances he can sneak in. He might have to wait for the coaches' vote, but I believe that he has done enough to warrant himself an all-star opportunity. I think Fred has to be there 100%. I think Siakam is making himself a really big case. I think he deserves it, but I think there is room for argument in that case. Fred, guaranteed. For me at least. Siakam, I would say he is, but I can understand any sort of argument coming against that. But the way he's been playing against the big teams in the big moments, I think that a lot of people are going to start and are already starting to take note of these performances. The jokes are starting to quiet. The comments hating on me for giving Pascal Siakam the credit that he's always deserved, well, I don't really see those people commenting anymore. Where did you guys go? Are you still here just being quiet, or did you decide just not to watch the videos because, I'm not right, so I don't want to own up to the opinion? Every time I make an opinion, I either own up to it or I can visit it like this where I was right. I've been telling you about Pascal Siakam. Lots of you have been agreeing with me. Lots of you have not, and I'm really happy. I'm really proud of Pascal Siakam. That's the more important thing. Obviously, I like the fact that he's doing well helping out the Raptors. Obviously, I like the fact that, I've been preaching for this guy, and he is really, really showing up right now. But the most important thing is that Pascal Siakam is happy, he's playing well, and he's really helping this team generate wins right now. Obviously, that Pistons game, that sucked, but I really like that we came off with a great win against this one. We got a tough couple of games coming up, but, with this one, we can play anything like we did did against the Bucks, other than that first 4 minutes, I think we've got a real opportunity against the Heat and the Mavericks. Going to be big tests, but I think the Raps can go out and win these games if they can play up to their potential and if Pascal Siakam can continue to play like this. He is a danger to a lot of people in the NBA. He requires a lot of focus from opposition defenses. I'm just glad other people are starting to notice. So what is your opinion on the matter? Is Pascal Siakam an all-star? Has he not quite done enough? Has he missed too many games through injury? Let me hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below, because that is it for me for today. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you're watching at the end of the video, that deserves a like. Let's get to 150 likes on this video. And if you did like and you're here and you are new, then make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We do videos like this at least 4 times a week. Lots of Raptors content. We also do some other content like covering that Cam Reddish trade just in the previous video if you want to go check that out. And keep it locked with Amateur Sports. I'll see you again next time for another video.